Yes, baby. I'm good. But I'm happy we are finally doing this. Hey.
Hi, shit talkers. Welcome to Talk Shit with Pete. And I am your host, Paula, the shit talker.
Shit talking, always rocking. Shit talkers, come on and drop in. Shit talk is always shocking. Talking shit with Pete, yeah.
I mean, don't we all like talking shit anyways? Talk Shit with Pete is the podcast for you.
Talking shit with Pete, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Paula.
How you doing? How you feeling? It's been
I'm tired, but I'm good. I can't complain. How are you feeling?
10.
Yeah?
Feel this voice? Since you've been hiding away from me, I don't like that I haven't got to spend so much time with you this time.
Paula, I'll
I
never
don't
hide
like
from
it.
you.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's because you're working. Me, I'm doing nothing the whole time. I'm just hanging out.
You're taking important meetings.
You know, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Love
Joe and Marilyn do all the talking, you know. I just sit there and nod my head.
I don't believe that. I feel like Joe is the one walking around doing no shit and you're all doing the most shit. I'm sorry. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, hey Joe, how's it going?
But
A bit of this, a bit of that, you know.
welcome to Talk Shit with me. We're
I know,
finally recording.
I can't believe it took you this long to invite me on the show.
Well, because I wanted to do it in person, and
Yeah.
every time we're in person, it's so hard to get a time to actually record. And that's
It
why
is.
it was so important for me to make sure I do it this time, because I'm not seeing you again until next year.
Yeah, that's true. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming on. That sounded so wrong. Thank you for coming on. Anyway, Chase is one of my favorite people. Anybody of y'all who know, you know, I fuck hard with. I'm sounding everything sounding wrong. But I fuck,
You like Mowpod.
I love
Mowpod's
Mowpod.
a great company. So.
Not like I love Mowpod and the people
Paula is, without any doubt, 100% our biggest fan.
forever and ever till death do us apart.
She's actually the Mowpod mascot.
Oh my God, can we get one? Can
Yeah,
we-
you need to be a part of our logo.
I know, right? Can we turn into a mascot? That would be amazing. Especially,
You can be on the Mowpod t-shirts.
please, Podfest next year, make it happen.
Yeah, done. Joe, that's an idea for you. You can execute that.
Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna make sure you hear this part, okay? So I've been talking about ending Talk Shit with me.
Why? Why would you do that? Let's talk about that, actually. I think that's a good topic. Why would you do that? Why would you quit? You are such a hardcore podcaster.
Because I'm already Talk Shit with me.
Like you already are P. Yes. But why in the podcast?
I have directions that I wanna take next year. I've started my own consultation firm. I wanna put so much energy and love in growing that. And I know I want
Like what kind of consulting?
branding, merchandise, project manager, VA service,
Yeah.
and gifting.
Okay.
So I'm working into building that. And with that, and I have another project that I'm working on, a book / journal.
Mhm.
So I feel like I want to put the passion that I did on Talk Shit with Pete to them. And I don't have energy for both of them. Again, when you're an independent podcaster, right? And when
Yeah.
I'm talking about independent, I mean those without a team. Because I don't feel you're independent when you have a team. I'm sorry, not sorry. But when you're editing, you're the producer, you're the guest, you're the guest searcher, you're the interviewer, you are the host, you are the social media marketer, like all that thing, it drains sometimes.
But in saying that, if you could keep it up, would it not be like complementary to what you're doing on the consulting side as a way to promote yourself, promote your services, get
It was,
clients?
and that's why
Like using a podcast to get clients is such a great strategy, as you would know. Like all the branded podcasts, that's what they do. They want to interview their prospective clients.
exactly. And that's what I'm going to do. But that's why season 10, like I'm very strategic with season 10. And that's why I wanted to do in-person recordings. And I'm talking about branding and growth and pivoting, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like while I'm building this, like this can stay on hold because it's going to come back. Like I'm ending it for now. And when it comes,
Okay, so it's not a permanent closure.
yeah, no, but I want to make sure I give my loyal fans a proper closing because when we bring it back, it's going to interject with, because my company is called Rap Shit with P. Clearly, I have
Called
the-
what?
Rap, like wrapping paper.
Yeah. Rap shit with P.
Yeah.
I like it. That's good.
Rap Shit with P is more than just a name. It's what we do. We make visions come alive. From branding and merch to curated gifting and virtual assistant services. We help creatives, entrepreneurs, and businesses show up bigger, bolder, and better. So if you're ready to level up your vision, connect with us on IG at rapshitwithp or rapshitwithp@gmail.com. And that's WRAPSHITWITHP, rapshitwithp@gmail.com or rapshitwithp on Instagram. Rap Shit with P, where access meets energy, where passion meets execution, and where every detail gets wrapped with love and excitement. So here's to season 10, the final season of Talk Shit with P.
So yeah, when we come back, like after I figured out all that needs, because y'all didn't tell me starting a company is a lot of paperwork, like getting all shit in order and all those little things. Because I do have some clients, but I don't have really clients like that.
Yeah.
So I'm using the time to clean out the back end.
Gotcha.
Doing the paperwork, the NDAs, the.
Can you say who your clients are? What kind of, or at least what kind of companies you want to work with?
Well, I don't know if I want to work with companies, to be honest, but we will. I mean, on the gifting side, I wouldn't mind companies because
like corporate gifting around Christmas and whatnot.
All that, I wouldn't mind. But on the project management side with the VA, I want to work with creatives because I feel like creatives are easy to think outside the box. And you have known me. I'm a person who doesn't do normal shit.
Yes.
I want to work with people who are okay with not doing normal and bring that to life. But so far, Amanda is one of my clients. Shout out to friends who support you. And
100%.
And then Dominic Lawson, who has a podcast, Mental Health Rewritten. He's a 36 times award winning, and he's a big fan of Mowpod because we started using Mowpod as of.
Because of you?
Yeah.
You referred him? Thank you.
And then he came to DC. I made sure I got a sit down with Marilyn, and they've been talking. And it was like, "Oh, my podcast, we are using Mowpod." I'm like, "Yes, good." And then we have also Walter, who recently there was a time I sent an email and I was showing her. Because he didn't want to do everything. Was like, "No, you do it for me." So he has also been using Mowpod recently.
We should be giving you a commission.
If you work with me, you get access to easy Mowpod without having to not that I had to get in contact with, but they've been amazing clients and I can do their stuff easily. So I'm like, you guys are not challenging me, man.
And we're going to start a Paulacema rate. If you come to us and use a code word, Paulacema, you get a special discount. I haven't decided what it is yet, but we'll do something for you. Because I feel like half of our self-serve platform comes from like your referrals.
But here's the thing. I feel like you guys already do so much.
So much for you.
Yeah.
Do we?
Like, y'all gave me the best birthday present last year. Y'all gave me so much, the best birthday present last year. Anytime I'm around you guys, I don't have to worry about anything.
Yep.
You guys checking on me when I'm sick or when I'm going, like, that's
we
love.
love you, Paula. You're the best.
We're like, so I don't need no fucking referee or whatever. Like, sometimes it's the love that comes back, the support as well. The support
for sure.
is the same from you guys.
But in saying that, if you do want to get into the corporate gifting space, we'd love to use you, obviously. We'd love to be your first corporate client.
This shit is happening right here.
A ton of shit.
I will send you all my packages.
Yes.
The holidays are coming up. I'm just saying it's the perfect time. But Chase, you have known me, I think, now for going 3 years. We met at Podfest.
No, maybe more. I've been going to Podfest for... First time was in 2021. But you weren't at that one.
Because that was the one you guys did it was at Tampa.
In Tampa, yeah. We had the karaoke boat party.
The boat party. Oh my God, that was so
Yeah, the Mowpod party is the best parties.
We literally have to have a t-shirt, but then you don't need a t-shirt. If you've been to a Mowpod party, there's no party like a Mowpod party. I'm just saying, yesterday we were in the bus coming back. Joe's like, damn, we should have a bottle right now. And making sure everybody's getting shots, because that's what we
used to do. We used to run down the bus with fireball bottles, pouring into everyone's mouth.
As we are going to How by the Moon, like,
Yeah.
again. But
I gotta say, we've chilled out a little bit these days. We're not quite as rowdy as we used to be.
there's no more energy. I have to keep reminding myself I'm not as young as I was last year.
How old are you, Paula? Can we talk about that? Is that inappropriate? How old are you?
I just turned 36 in June.
Okay. I'm 34.
What?
2 years.
This is my baby brother. But he has more money than me, so clearly he should be my older brother. And he's traveling a lot. Chase, share about your recent adventures. You've been everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous because you're going to places that I want to go to find a rich husband. Like, you're in the right places for me to get a rich husband, and you couldn't give me a rich husband.
Yeah, when I'm at these places, I'm not going around playing matchmaker, but next time you just need to come with me.
I can't.
Just come with me.
I don't have Mowpod money. Not yet.
So you're about to have rap shit with P.
Exactly.
Then you'll have rap shit with P money.
Exactly. So,
Then we'll go to Saint-Tropez.
yes, your recent trip.
Yeah, no, so this year I've done a lot of travel and really on the back of like podcasting conferences. So there was a podcast show in London. After that, Mike and I went to Barcelona, had an amazing time there. Mike went back to Japan, and then I continued traveling around Europe for like about 2 months. I went to south of France, spent a bit of time there, went to Portugal, back to London, then to Ibiza. Then I finished up in Sicily, and it was amazing. And like I had so many different friends that were around that I was able to visit, or people that were like coming to Europe and joining for different portions of the trip. But it was a wild time. I'm exhausted though. I'm ready to not travel after this trip. I'm like not doing any travel for the rest of the year.
Does this mean now you're going back to New York? Like, New York is now home? Or
In 2 weeks it will be.
so
yeah.
when you leave here, you're going back to Australia?
Back to Australia, pack all my shit, and then I could use your help. You need to move shit with P.
Moving you world.
Shit with P. There's your new business. You can get into the freight line of business. Great money to be made there.
Start this one first, okay? Before we start adding.
Yeah. All right.
Man, I almost wanted to block him while he was in Europe, because I was like, this is, and you're like, damn, this nigga. My end was just, as I was saying, you have known me for like
3 years, 3.5 years.
what was your first impression when you met me and your now impression after knowing me for that long?
That's a good question. Well, you already knew Mike and Joe, right?
Yeah, 'cause-
Before me, because they went to the same one. Well, whatever one they met you at, I wasn't there. Yeah, so
That's when I met Marilyn as well.
yeah, okay. So because you like came and gave a big warm like embrace when you saw both of them, and I saw that you guys were already friends, and I was like, we're a tight bunch at most. So I was like, all right, she's cool. And like you lead with your personality straight away. You're so warm, loud. You break into a room and everyone knows it. So honestly, I don't know if your first impression is totally different from like who you are just as a person in general, which I think is great. You're very real, very authentic, very caring. I didn't know how much you loved us, and then consequently, I would love you back. Like how much you appreciated what we do and how big of a supporter you are of ours. But it's cool, like most of the people in this industry, it's like, they're kind of partially friends and like, but also there's definitely a very serious element of like business that's involved and like professionalism. Whereas I really feel like with you, you're just like a real friend, Podcasting is how we connected, but like it's not a transactional relationship. It's just, we're boys.
Homies. Because
Exactly.
I literally told when I get married, Mowpod is making me. Like, we are getting a Mowpod.
We're the bridesmaids.
And bridesmaids. Yeah, I have very few girlfriends. Like, I know a lot of girls, but I grew up a tomboy, right? That's why I think I get along with guys and I can hang with guys.
Yeah.
And I talk shit. So I grew up that way. Even my dad literally was like, if you get married, you have more best men than bridesmaid. I'm like, I don't even want a bridal party. Like, I want a bachelor, not a bachelor.
Yeah.
My bachelor party will just be my
Mowpod would happily sponsor and throw the bachelor party. Where's it going to be though? Is it going to be in America or?
We have to find a husband first.
I figure that's out. We can just do a bachelor party anyway. Who cares?
But if Mowpod throws my bachelor party, I might not walk down the aisle the next day.
Yeah, we'd have to do it a couple of weeks in advance. We have to be strategic here.
But Chase, tell the people what you actually do at Mowpod.
Yeah, sure. So Mowpod creates audience development products for podcasts, right? I think what separates us from a lot of other marketing solutions out there is that all the products that we create they're all run on a pay for performance basis. So it's not a matter of like buying impressions or clicks and hoping for the best. Everything we do, you're charged based on like a fixed kind of point of action or engagement. So whether that's driving follows to a show on Apple or driving engagement to a specific episode, we're only going to charge you if we actually can achieve those desired points of engagement. And we work with pretty much all the major networks, production houses, as well as a ton of independent creators across the industry. So we're trying to position products that work really well for the enterprise clients, but also not completely price ourselves out of what's realistic for the majority of podcasters that are independent, that are doing it as a hobby and don't have big budgets backing them.
I love that. And they're so humble, because if you look at the client list, like, they're the most humble as motherfuckers. Sometimes I have to tell you and Mike, can you name drop a little bit just to put people back on their place, like, But I remember when I first met you guys and I had a meeting with Joe, and I was like, what the fuck do you guys do? Because I literally spent the time in your booth, but I didn't learn anything. I was just partying and enjoying the company.
Well, at Podfest, that we're not like promoting super hard. We just want to have a presence there. But most times we're there, we have like a bucket of beers in our booth, and then we just sit there kind of drinking, chatting to podcasters, and somehow that translates to business, believe it or not.
Exactly.
But,
and I always send people, I'm like, they have beer there, but also talk to them. Because when you tell people there's free beer, they will come to your booth. But I don't think they always need that, because they have one of the best shirts. So people also sometimes, because I'll be I feel like I overwear my Mowpod shirts every So I'll be running around with them, and they'll be like, that's a question, what do you get? Go to Mowpod. And they also have beer.
Yeah, but half the traffic we get there is like, Paula sent us. She said you have beer and t-shirts. And that we should talk to you guys about podcasting.
I mean, there was one time, because you guys had a whole cooler and beers, but we forgot openers.
Yes, I remember.
That was the time I decided to have much of my opener cured. So I brought a bunch of them. I was like, just dump them here and give whoever gets a beer can take one. I was like, it works for both of us. I'm promoting my shitters.
Smart.
Perfect collab, boys.
That's smart, yeah. You know what? Next time, just leave them in our booth and we'll give them out. We'll just tell everyone, that your beer was opened by Paula Seema. Rap shit with P.
So, I'm curious. How did you get to be part of Mowpod? Like, I want to know your meet cute story with Joe and
sure.
Mike. So,
where do I start? So before I got involved in Mowpod, I was working for a tech company in New York, and Mike was doing some consulting for them. So Mike and I met there. We only worked with each other for about 3 months. We got along well. We're on the same team. He left. I ended up leaving a little while after, and we kind of kept in touch. And then he said, hey, I'm going to start this new thing. Do you want to be involved? At the time, I didn't think much of it. I didn't really obviously know that it was going to become what it did. But I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I was actually traveling around South America at the time, and I had bandwidth to do a bit of work. So in the early days, we were just Mo Media. We weren't Mowpod, and we were just essentially brokering real estate, ad real estate, like, placements for advertisers wherever we could get them. It was very, very general. We didn't have much of a niche until we came across newsletters. But before that, I was just making introductions for Mike and Joe with advertisers I'd worked for previously. And from there, we kind of uncovered this niche in the newsletter space. We found that we had, access to certain placements that were really effective for driving growth in newsletters, like, Morning Brew, The Hustle with some of our early clients. And when I saw that we actually had kind of stumbled across something like, a little bit more tangible and that we can really build a business around, Mike, Joe, and I had a chat, and they talked about kind of bringing me on as partner and getting me more involved in the business. And then, we came to an agreement. I, went full time with Mo and all in and never looked back. About a year after that, during COVID, we came across a podcasting opportunity, which I, by the way, will take full credit for. I have found podcasting, convinced the other guys to get into it.
And that's been it. They have a podcast and you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I had a podcast for all of like 5 minutes. We got 3 episodes out.
What was it called?
It's called The Nomadic C-Suite, and it was actually about like remote work at the executive level. And
is it still around, or did you take it down?
it hasn't been taken down, but like, again, there were 3 episodes that were released maybe like 2 years ago. It was very hard to kind of orchestrate though, because like the hosts are me, Mike, another guy called Ethan. Ethan was in Costa Rica, I was in Bermuda, and then Mike was in Japan. Honestly, orchestrating, like recording across 3 time zones was a complete disaster. So it didn't really get legs, but it was a fun experiment. I should do a podcast though, just so I can like, keep up to date with the challenges that the podcast have.
Exactly. That way you can't tell me why you're ending shit. Because you don't know the struggles of this shit. So get into it.
I do know the struggle. I could have done it for more than 3 episodes. I have the greatest respect for you and your podcasting brothers and sisters.
But it's funny you talk about the time difference, because I remember when I had Joe and Mike together on my show.
Yeah.
Joe was in Japan, right? And then
Mike was in Japan.
Mike, and then me and Joe. So it was late evening to us, and it was early morning to Mike. And we're like, but you gotta drink, because how are we on talk show with people and we're not drinking?
We're not drinking.
Because we are here. I mean,
Okay.
But that one we were doing virtual. It wasn't in person. And
So that's how
everybody
you
was
break
at
down
home.
those distance barriers. You get everyone drunk and loosen everyone up a little bit.
Yeah, and they talk whatever. But I don't think Joe and Mike needs any loosening up.
No. In fact, Mike needs tightening up. He could say less. Love you, Mike.
We love you, Mike. So before I wrap this up, right? I know in your life, with all the amazing stuff you've done in your 34 years, you've had to pivot, and being a business owner, sometimes some ideas you might really like and you're like, no, but they might not work, and you have to kind of change them or rebrand or all that bullshit, right? And for people like me, sometimes we feel like we are failing, right? It's easy to see like, oh, I have to rebrand. That means that didn't work, so I failed that. Oh, I got to take a break or stop this. That means I'm failing. But sometimes you just need to in order to grow, or because you're no longer in that place. So for a person who is in that state of mind, what advice would you give them?
Yeah, I think you can't be discouraged by failure, but you can't also take that advice to the extreme either. Like if something's clearly not working and, you're not getting any clients and it feels like you've done everything, there's very little success in it, then like you have to be realistic with yourself. But that doesn't mean you should stop pursuing. You just have to kind of change your approach. When we first got into podcasting, our first product that we built was like a total failure. We didn't know enough about the space to really understand what really mattered. And, but we did get enough promise. Like people were interested in it because there weren't many like audience development products at the time. So people would like be like, oh yeah, no, we want to try this out. They weren't like, hey, this doesn't really hit the mark. So, we weren't stubborn, even though we put like 6 months into building it. The moment we realized it wasn't meeting market needs, we moved on from it. That was a failure, but we kept pursuing other ways of trying to solve that problem, which ultimately led to success. So I think like looking from having that experience, I think it's just a matter of just because what you're doing isn't working right now doesn't mean the opportunity isn't there, but being able to distinguish whether you're trying to push shit up a hill and then maybe there's not actually a market there, and then being like, okay, this isn't the idea, I've got to move on or wait till I have another vertical to pursue. I think that's important. But if you know that you have something that's worth pursuing and you constantly get enough validation and people actually like showing interest in what you're doing or the problem you're trying to solve, I think that's really it. If people are interested in you solving the problem, then you just have to look at failure as like, another thing to tick off the list that didn't work and just keep going.
I love that. And what advice would you give me as a new future business owner?
New future business owner. I'd say celebrate the small wins because you will go through failures. So every time you get a small win, celebrate it, enjoy it, and expect the first couple of years to be hard. It's not meant to be easy. And I think one thing I really learned from like Mike, who's like always this radiating beam of positivity, is there are a lot of times I think in the first like year or two where I think if I was going at it alone, I might have been like, oh, this isn't working, fuck this shit. But he was always like blindly optimistic. And I think that's really important. You have to be like, yeah, like, okay, this last 6 months has been hard. The next 6 months might be hard, but eventually we'll get to the point of success.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Let the people know where they can find you.
Mowpod.com.
All right.
All right.
Okay, listen up, y'all. I'm about to give you all a great ass tip, okay? Y'all know I barely read my DMs, and God, don't get me started on tracking my links. But now I'm low-key organized. And you want to know why? You want to know what the secret is? Stampede Social. So Stampede Social, it's like if Instagram, Linktree, and your favorite social media intern had a baby, but with boundaries and vibes, lots of vibes. You get a full dashboard that tracks what people are actually clicking on. Now, wouldn't you like to know that? Like I do, and I enjoy it. I've been obsessed with it. Like for once, I know which post made your run to my link and which ones flopped harder than my ex's mixtape. Sorry. Plus, here's a kicker. Get this right. There's a 7-day free trial because we don't do commitments without a test drive, y'all. And if you're feeling spicy, or should I say extra spicy, use code PAULA20. Yes, that's PAULA20 for 20% off a plan every month for life. Yes, forever, ever, forever, ever. So if you're a content creator, podcaster, or just tired of shouting into the void, go check out Stampede Social because your content deserves better than link in bio with zero context. Again, that's Paula20, PAULA20. Because I love you, but I love organized chaos even more. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't share. Don't say I didn't give you the good. Don't come back to me complaining because it's right there. Go on now. Go get your 7-day free trial. Thank me later.
Thanks, Paula.
Thank you, Ship Talkers, for tuning in and spending your valuable time with us. We appreciate you. To connect with us more, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter and catch all the shit-talking vibes before anybody else. You can subscribe to our newsletter through our website, www.talkshitwithp.com, and or our merchandise website, www.talkshitwithp.shop. And while you're there, feel free to shop away. Talk Shit with P is available on all social media platforms with the handle Talk Shit with P. Follow us and engage with us. Better yet, if you're feeling generous, give us a review on Apple Podcasts and or rate us on Spotify. You can also share a beer with me where my beer lovers at. I mean, what better way to support the movement than sharing a beer with me by buying me a beer at buymecoffee.com. Thank you for listening, sharing, engaging, and support in any way that you do. Remember, new episodes are out every Wednesday, and for part 2, if any, on Fridays. Let's talk and all listen to some shit. Happy shit talking.